Hey Internet, it's RJ. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning into this show today. Now, today's episode, we've got $100 up for grabs, combos of some of the most underrated cashback credit cards in the game. We're talking about the AAA Daily or Travel Advantage card, whichever one you want. So, of course, we'll typical fashion. We'll cover both cards, the offers, terms and conditions, eligibility, everything you need to know to make their money become your money. So, of course, if that sounds interesting to you, then go ahead, press the subscribe button, and let's get to work. Now, as always, there will be a direct offer link down below, not a referral, simply go with you where you need to go the fastest. I wish I did have a referral for this one, but sadly I don't. So, it's a credit card deal, so we don't do blog posts with those, but that'll be down below for you. And I do have this card myself, so we'll talk about plenty of use cases in my application experience towards the back end of this. But let's get to work here, taking a look at the promotional material. And here you have it. We have a super happy lady, super happy to pay. We like happy people. She's probably at a grocery store because this card is really good for grocery stores, as you'll see. But overall, there you go. Not too bad. We're on to a good start. So, what do you need to do? Well, we'll stick here because it's a credit card, so we don't really need a requirements page. Right there, front and center, next to our happy lady. Spend $1,000 on the card within the first 90 days, and that will net you $100 just like that. Easy enough. I believe they do post this as like a statement credit, or it's either a statement credit or they dump it into your cash back. I can't remember which. I've had the card for about a year now. So there you go. Just like that, it's yours. Now, it's a credit card, so we don't really have to talk about too much. The detail is going to be in the actual credit card and getting in. So I think we're good there. Let's just keep going. We'll do the eligibility section next, and we'll take a look at the cards themselves. And here you have it. Eligibility, this is nationwide. Despite popular belief when these first came out, you do not have to have a AAA membership. You don't have to be a member of AAA insurance. I am not, and I have the card just fine. The forums tend to lean towards you can only have one version of these. There's two we're going to talk about in a second. And then I've also seen, again, on the forums that there's no product change. So if you get one, you can't just call up and switch to another one. I don't know how much those hold true anymore, but just keep that in mind. Now, there is no annual fee on either of these, and of course, they're credit cards, so you're going to want to keep them open for 1 year, but I don't really think you're going to want to close them. So, just like that, there you go, eligibility. So, we'll take a look at the cards in a second, but because they're co-branded AAA, again, when they first came out, you would have thought you need to be with AAA, but that is not the case. Originally, when they first came out, you couldn't find them unless you put in like a northeastern zip code. The link I put down below should take you right where you need to be. Now that these are with like Community Bank under like the Bread Financial arm that they have, it's much easier to find them. There's also a AAA card issued by US Bank. You don't want that one. You want the link down below. And if it does make you put in a zip code in the future, just do like a New York zip code or something like that. And I'm not talking about for your application. I'm talking about like when the promo page pops up and you get a zip code thing in your face that says, tell us where you're at. That's where you'd put in that new northeastern zip code and you'd be fine. But I don't think you have to do that anymore. So why are these cards so underrated in cash back? Well, let's take a look at them. Let's take a look at the Daily Advantage first. This is the one that I personally have. It's no annual fee. Multipliers are 5 back on groceries, 3 back on gas and EV charging, and 3 back on wholesale clubs. It's $500 a year cashback earnings in combined categories. So if you just focused on the groceries, I think it's like, $10,000 in spend. You can do groceries at 5x back. Of course, you might want to do that with wholesale clubs as well. Throw that in the mix as well. So just do the math there. 3 back on streaming, 3 back on pharmacy, and 3 back on AAA membership and insurances. No foreign transaction fees, which is nice. And then you get a 5% incremental redemption bonus on AAA purchases with AAA Northeast counselors and advisors. I don't even know what that is. Doesn't really matter. AAA Travel Advantage. Again, no annual fee. This time you're getting 5x back on gas and EV charging, except this time it's $350 cash back cap instead of the $500. So you do go down a little bit there, but for gas and EV charging, that should still be fine. And then you have the same deal, 3 back on AAA membership and insurances, 3 back on groceries, restaurants, and travel. Same no foreign transaction fees, and that same AAA Northeast counselors, advisors thing. So as you can see, these cards are really good. If you watch the main channel, the RJ Financial channel, I did a review on these a while back, and as we've learned more, I think they've gotten even better. So it's funny because I do have a rule where like the co-branded category should be the highest earning category on a credit card for it to be good. The Amazon card earns 5x back. That's good. It would be weird if the Amazon card earned 4 back at gas and 2 back at Amazon, right? These violate that principle, but it doesn't even matter because it's hard to find 5x back on groceries. What's even better about that 5x back, what we've learned since that video, is that if you take that card, the Daily Advantage, the Daily Advantage one, and you go to Walmart and you do, self-checkout, that still codes is groceries at the time of taping, which is important because the Walmart card has since gone away and we don't yet have a replacement for it. Walmart's usually a super center, which would be fairly a fair descriptor of it considering they sell everything. The Walmart by me is like a third of the store is groceries and 2/3 of it is like everything else, maybe even a quarter of the store than everything else. So that would be a fair descriptor of it. All that to say, it's hard to find Walmart, coverage, and it won't work online. But if you go in person, it will. So keep that in mind. So overall, I mean, the Daily Advantage, that's why I think it's a sleeper card. It is very much a cashback card. If you want, it's easiest to redeem your cashback for a statement credit. If you phone them up, they can send you a check, but I think statement credit is just easy enough because this is a card that I use once a week at the grocery store, as you would imagine, unless one of the category cards are, groceries. So that's the reason I picked that one. I think it's easier to find covered gas. You could just do a custom cash for that. The PNC Cash Rewards that we've talked about covers gas at 4x. But finding cashback and groceries at 5x is pretty hard. So I think the Daily Advantage, even if you don't like the cap, well, if you're a single person like me, it's fine. You can supplement with category cards, or you can just get your wife or girlfriend to have one too when you have one, and then you should have more than enough coverage. So overall, I mean, again, it's a small intro offer, sure, for a credit card, but I do think these are some of the most underrated cards in the game. So if you're definitely cash back and looking, I think these are worth your consideration. So again, link down below for you. I don't get anything for it. I wish I did though. So let's hit the summary slide here to bring us home. And so our target, we're looking at Comenity / Bread Financial. I think Bread is like a subsidiary of Comenity. I've never really had a problem with them. I know they're not the biggest, the most popular, but it's worked for me. Product, AAA Daily or Travel Advantage, dealer's choice, payout $100. These are nationwide. Requirements: spend $1,000 within the first 3 months of opening, just like that. $100 is yours. There are no fees, and of course, you do want to keep these open for 1 year as they are credit cards, but again, I think these are 100% keeper cards, whichever one you choose. So there you go. But for the off chance if these are not for you or you already have one, well then check out ProfitableContent.com, which is the channel's blog. It's always linked down below for you and on the channel homepage. We post the latest news stories. We have plenty more bank promotions, so that's more your thing. And of course, we have other credit card offers from our blue chips like Chase and American Express. Again, nothing from AAA, but I would love to have a link for the AAA card. It's that good of a card in my opinion. But anyways, always down below for you. So, of course, if you liked it, drop me a thumbs up down below. If you found it particularly interesting, consider subscribing to the channel. So we're posting content just like this every single week. How to make the bank's money, become your money, and of course, every single day over on ProfitableContent.com. As always, thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you very soon in the next one.